Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm excited to bring you the new Roto Grip Magic Gem. If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. First impressions, the Magic Gem is very colorful, but more importantly, it does what they say it does. Alright, so what do they say? Well, this is the third installment of the gem line with the original Solid Gem and the Pearl Exotic Gem, and now the Hybrid Magic Gem. This ball does come at 2000 grit like the original gem as opposed to the Reactor Gloss on the Exotic. Theoretically, this ball could be the Goldilocks, if you will, but since it's got surface, I would say it's really closer to the original than the Exotic out of box. The major characteristic to be aware of here is that it's a touch longer and a touch more angular than the original. I'd put it in the same strong defined box, but I would say a step down in strength and, like I said, a bit more angular. Since it is in the same box, I do feel it's kind of hard to justify having both. What I will say is there's a very good chance that the average bowler gets this, lets it lane shine, and it kind of becomes almost like a strong benchmark. It has a heavy, reliable roll of a big asymmetric core. Gives us lower rev guys better hit when we can use these type of cores. It's just a little bit about how it specifically rolled for me. It was too strong to play on top of the friction and needed a bit more than just a small belly on this pattern. However, once I got in closer to the third arrow, I had a lot of room to strike, and I did strike a lot with the Magic Gem. Although I don't typically get into the fourth arrow, it's nice to know the ball is still capable of some angle even for me. It was also the type of ball that gave me miss room in and out, and when I missed out, the low RG revving nature got it started up. And when missing in, the same core got it to hit even while it was kind of floating in the inside oil. I would say credit some surface here as well. Overall, it looked pretty versatile on this fresh house shot for me. I'm not usually a huge fan of all the swirly colors, but the colors wrapping around my PAP actually looked pretty interesting this time. Tyler's next, and the short version is he saw about the same thing. He had to open up the lane a bit, just like I did. The ball's too strong to play more direct. Once he does, the Magic Gem works pretty well. The basics is that even with a 2000 grit, it does provide a bit more length than the original, while providing that touch more angle. The thing is that Magic is still a pretty strong ball. So as I said, fits in that strong defined category. You can put, the OG and the Magic side by side, and depending on your game, you'll say, hey, the OG's a touch too strong and rolly, let's go with the Magic. Or you'll say, I kind of want the ball to start up sooner and want to go with the original gem. And that might be the case, say, for a speed dominant bowler, might want the ball to go start up sooner. Rev speed matched might edge towards the Magic. Alternatively, I think many will do it. Like I said, let the Magic lane shine, and it'll even be more usable for a typical house shot. For Tyler, the strongest ball he keeps around is an RST X1, and it's a little tired now. In comes the Magic Gem with that hybrid microtracks, and we are in a similar realm. This may just be the ball to replace that spot for him. I think the challenge, which might seem a bit irrelevant to some people, is the color. Believe it or not, some people don't see multicolored balls as a benchmark type or fit in their box. I personally also prefer my reliable balls to be a solid dark color. Some may relate to this, others might think it's crazy BS, but what I can say is that Tyler liked the ball, but whether or not it replaces RSTX1 remains to be seen. Now we have Brian tossing the Magic Gem. I'll have to say the Magic Gem continued to impress. Brian generally hasn't been too impressed with the recent crop of balls. He will admit he had some physical game issues, but he's sorted through them recently. However, the Magic really offered some more versatility than many of the recently tested balls for him. He had a pretty good look in the track. Being further right than the second arrow didn't make much sense, as there's too much lane friction, same as we had. Just inside the second arrow was ideal, and as he edged in, he maintained the pocket while the entry angle did start to decrease. However, carry stayed fairly good. The other thing he found was that if he moved even further in and got around the ball, the Magic Gem really responded well, which means the ball is capable of some more angle for a big ball. At the end of the day, the Roto Grip Magic Gem acquits itself very well in the strong defined category. The surfaced hybrid microtracks with a big core offer some good lane management while still feeling like it's not super hard to push it through the lane. It's a nice Goldilocks. I don't use that term loosely, but it does have a nice fit in the strong defined category in that it's not the strongest, not the roundest, but offers a look I feel several bowlers will like. I guess you'll have to decide if the bubblegum color is your jam. Thanks for watching.